pharmacy shop messaged me and wanted to know if I ever made a wooden name to represent a pharmacist. I was like, oh, that's a really interesting idea. I like that. So I got on good old Google and plugged in pharmacy symbol silhouette, because you got to do silhouettes when you're trying to cut them out of wood, because otherwise the image gets all mishmashed. So I Googled that and went to images, and I was like, okay, She mentioned she wanted a mortar and pestle, but if I did the R carved in there, I'd have to probably get the CNC out. Plus, my carving skills, if I just did it freehand, are non-existent. So I played around on the symbols for a little bit and downloaded a few to see. A lot of them had this. And I also thought about, what if I just carved this out and then glued it to the wood after? Like a double layer on the scroll saw. Cut the RX out and the mortar and pestle and glue it, and just kept playing around until I came up with an idea that I liked. The lady on Etsy for my next project wanted a darker colored wood. I have this really pretty piece of Chechen that I'm going to use. But you got to be careful because there's a split right there. Always check both sides of the wood as well, and the edges, because if I placed this here, I don't see the split on this side, but since I turned it over, I can see it on that side. So I gotta probably do right there. Is that the best grain? I really would like to do where you get some of the swoopies, that's the technical term, in there, but then I'm wasting a ton of wood. So I'm gonna go here. You still get some of that nice grain. Let's see how it turns out. Don't forget to do some packing tape on top of your design after you do the adhesive. It really does help with burning. And in particular, when you have that thick of wood, you definitely need all the help you can get on the scroll saw to prevent burning. Thank you again for that advice, Steve Good. You're amazing, as always. Okay, decision time. Do I try to go just a skinny little thing, or try to leave that attached and do a hole here? I think I'm probably going to do a hole here. And then what about here? Should I have that R attached? Like the R is attached here? I didn't compensate very well for that. Let me think on that. So I'm eyeballing some of this here. Well, as I'm on the scroll saw, it's like, oh, that needs to be a little thicker. And I feel like when you look at it, it turned out really well. So now I need to decide. I left it. You can always cut more off. You can't add more in. But I think I'm going to do this whole thing and then decide whether I want the space there or not. I forgot to do the innards of the E, and I'm also trying to decide, do I want this attached or do I want that little space there as well? Plus I need to double check to make sure, I do this on Inkscape, make sure that this is all even. But somehow when it prints, like if you look at that there, let's draw my line, see what happens. No, it's pretty good. Can you even see the line? Probably not. All right, back to cutting. Oy vey. Oh my goodness. We got fans running. It rained. It was a downpour. And of course, I had not gotten up on the roof and cleaned my gutters from our locust tree that just clogged everything up. And then it filled up our window well, ran down our wall. Oh, we had at least 20 gallons of water. At least my husband was smart and had everything off the floor, so nothing really was damaged. Have you ever been working on your scroll saw and you can just hear it sound a little bit different? Now, if I have my contacts on, I see a little bit better. And when I hear that sound, I can see that it's coming loose. That happens a lot in particular. Well, not a lot, but when I'm doing this chunky of wood, you can hear the sound and you can just feel everything get a little bit loosey-goosey. Gotta be careful. Now I was debating on attaching this P. I'm a little concerned because this entire piece is being held up by this one skinny section. So I'm going to mop sand and come up with a creative way to ship this so when it goes in shipping, it doesn't break. See how we do. Here it is, sanded and finished. I really like how it turned out. I hope the Etsy client does as well.